10.4 Microbes in production of biogas. Biogas is a mixture of gases containing predominantly methane, produced by microbial activity and which may be used as fuel. You have learned that microbes produce different types of gaseous end products during growth and metabolism. The type of gas produced depends upon the microbes and organic substrate they utilize. In the examples cited in relation to fermentation of dough, cheese making, and production of beverages, the main gas produced was CO2. However, certain bacteria which grow anaerobically on cellulosic material produce large amount of methane along with CO2 and H2. These bacteria are collectively called Methanogens, and one such common bacterium is Methanobacterium. These bacteria are commonly found in anaerobic sludge during sewage treatment. These bacteria are also present in rumen, a part of stomach of cattle. A lot of cellulosic material present in the food of cattle is also present in rumen. In rumen, these bacteria help in breakdown of cellulose and play an important role in nutrition of cattle. Do you think we human beings are able to digest the cellulose present in our foods? No. Thus, the excreta dung of cattle, commonly called gobar, is rich in these bacteria. Dung can be used for generation of biogas, commonly called gobar gas. The biogas plant consists of concrete tank 10 to 15 feet deep in which bio-waste are collected and a slurry of dung is fed. A floating cover is placed over the slurry which keeps on rising as the gas is produced in the tank due to the microbial activity. The biogas plant has an outlet which is connected to a pipe to supply biogas to nearby houses. The spent slurry is removed through another outlet and may be used as fertilizer. Cattle dung is available in large quantities in rural areas where cattle are used for a variety of purposes. So, biogas plants are more often built in rural areas. The biogas thus produced is used for cooking and lighting. The picture of a biogas plant is shown in figure 10.8. The technology of biogas production was developed in India mainly due to efforts of Indian Agricultural Research Institute IARI and Khadi and Village Industries Commission KVIC. If your school is situated in a village or near a village, it would be very interesting to inquire if there are any biogas plants nearby. Visit the biogas plant and learn more about it from people who are actually managing it. 10.5 Microbes as biocontrol agents. Biocontrol refers to the use of biological methods for controlling plant diseases and pests. In modern society, these problems have been tackled increasingly by use of chemicals, by use of insecticides and pesticides. These chemicals are non-toxic and extremely harmful to human beings and animals alike and have been polluting our environment, groundwater, fruits, vegetables and crop plants. Our soil is also polluted through our use of weedicide to remove weeds. Biological control of pests and diseases. In agriculture, there is a method of controlling pests that relies on natural predation rather than introduced chemicals. A key belief of organic farmer is that biodiversity furthers health. The more variety a landscape has, the more sustainable it is. The organic farmer therefore works to create a system where the insects that are sometimes called pests are not eradicated but instead are kept at manageable levels by a complex system of checks and balances within a living and vibrant ecosystem. Contrary to the conventional farming practices, which often use chemical methods to kill both useful and harmful life forms indiscriminately, this is a holistic approach that seeks to develop an understanding of the web of interaction between the myriad of organisms that constitute the field fauna and flora. The organic farmer holds the view that eradication of creatures that are often described as pests is not only possible but also undesirable, for without them the beneficial predatory and parasitic insects which depend upon them as food or host would not be able to survive. Thus, the use of biocontrol measures will greatly reduce our dependence on toxic chemicals and pesticides. An important part of biological farming approach is to become familiar with various life forms that inhabit the field, predators as well as pests, and also their life cycles, patterns of feeding and habitat that they prefer. This will help develop appropriate means of biocontrol. The very familiar beetle with red and black markings, the ladybird, and dragonflies are useful to get rid of aphids and mosquitoes, respectively. An example of microbial biocontrol agent that can be introduced in order to control butterfly caterpillars is the bacteria Bacillus Thuringiensis, often written as BT. These are available in sachets as dried spores, which are mixed with water and sprayed onto vulnerable plants such as brassicas and fruit trees, where these are eaten by insect larvae. In the gut of larva, the toxin is released and larvae get killed. The bacterial disease will kill the caterpillar but leave other insects unharmed. Because of the development of methods of genetic engineering in the last decade or so, the scientists have introduced Bacillus thuringiensis toxin gene into the plants. Such plants are resistant to attack by insect pests. BT cotton is one such example, which is being cultivated in some state of our country. You will learn more about this in chapter 12. A biological control being developed for use in treatment of plant disease is the fungus Trichoderma. Trichoderma species are free-living fungi that are very common in the root ecosystems. They are effective biocontrol agents of several plant pathogens. Baculoviruses are pathogens that attack insect and other arthropods. The majority of baculoviruses used as biological control agent are in the genus Nucleopolyhedrovirus. These viruses are excellent candidates for species-specific, narrow-spectrum insecticidal applications. They have been shown to have no negative impact on plants, mammals, birds, fish, or even on non-target insects. This is especially desirable when beneficial insects are being conserved to aid in an overall integrated pest management (IPM) program, or when an ecologically sensitive area is being treated. 10.6 Microbes as biofertilizers. With our present day lifestyles, environmental pollution is a major cause of concern. The use of chemical fertilizer to meet the ever increasing demand of agricultural produce has contributed significantly to this pollution. Of course, we have now realized that there are problems associated with overuse of chemical fertilizers and there is a large pressure to switch to the organic farming. The use of biofertilizers. Biofertilizers are organisms that enrich nutrient quality of soil. The main sources of biofertilizers are bacteria, fungi, and cyanobacteria. You have studied about nodules on the roots of leguminous plants formed by symbiotic association of rhizobium. These bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen into organic forms, which is used by plants as nutrient. Other bacteria can fix atmospheric nitrogen while free living in the soil. Example: Azospirillum and Azotobacter, thus enriching the nitrogen content of soil. Fungi are also known to form symbiotic association with plants mycorrhiza, and many members of genus Glomus form mycorrhiza. The fungal symbiont in this association absorbs phosphorus from soil and passes it to the plant. Plants having such association show other benefits also, such as resistance to root-borne pathogens, tolerance to salinity and drought, and an overall increase in plant growth and development. Can you tell what advantages the fungus derives from this association? Cyanobacteria are autotrophic microbes widely distributed in aquatic and terrestrial environment, many of which can fix atmospheric nitrogen. Example: Anabina, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, etc. In paddy fields, cyanobacteria serve as an important biofertilizer. Blue-green algae also add organic matter to the soil and increase its fertility. Currently, in our country, a number of biofertilizers are available commercially in the market, and farmers use this regularly in their field to replenish soil nutrients and to reduce dependence on chemical fertilizers. Summary: Microbes are a very important component of life on Earth. Not all microbes are pathogenic. Many microbes are very useful to human beings. We use microbes and microbially derived products almost every day. Bacteria called lactic acid bacteria lab grow in milk to convert into curd. The dough which is used to make bread is fermented by yeast called Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Certain dishes such as idli and dosa are made from dough fermented by microbes. Bacteria and fungi are used to impact particular texture, taste and flavor to the cheese. Microbes are used to produce industrial products like lactic acid, acetic acid and alcohol, which are used in a variety of processes in the industry. Antibiotics like penicillins produced by useful microbes are used to kill disease-causing harmful microbes. Antibiotics have played a major role in controlling infectious diseases like diphtheria, whooping cough, and pneumonia. For more than 100 years, microbes are being used to treat sewage, wastewater by process of activated sludge formation, and this helps in recycling of water in nature. Methanogens produce methane biogas while degrading plant waste. Biogas produced by microbes is used as a source of energy in rural areas. Microbes can also be used to kill harmful pests, a process called as biocontrol. The biocontrol measures help us to avoid heavy use of toxic pesticide for controlling pests. There is a need these days to push for use of biofertilizer in place of chemical fertilizer. It is clear from the diverse uses human beings have put microbes to that they play an important role in welfare of human society.